After that, folks, I want to explain something. When I started Backyard Wrestling World, the actual website, Backyard Wrestling World, I looked up the underground wrestling circuit. And what I saw was alright, you know. But they did the same thing Fight Night used to do. They'd run random shows and matches, and there was no real rhythm to it that I could tell. They would air, like, you know, one show on a Monday, 2 shows on Friday, and then nothing for a week, and then air 3 shows on Wednesday. And it was just really confusing. I don't know. And so I decided that I was like, alright, I'm just going to leave that alone. I don't want to deal with it. And I don't want to bash them, but I don't want to, you know, tell people to go see these guys because it doesn't make much sense. To me, to a viewer standpoint, it just looks like a bunch of matches. Well, I stopped checking out the UWC. And to my dismay, what I found out was that the UWC had merged with another organization, became the East Coast Backyard Wrestling. They merged with another organization. They now wrestle in a garage, which is way better than a trampoline, in my opinion. There's a ladder in there to jump off of. They actually have great wrestling now. I don't know how this happened. I don't know how they went from just like being like 3 or 4 dudes on a trampoline, as far as I could tell, doing random matches to great events like this. That is amazing, and that is kudos to everyone in the ECBW. Great stuff. I'm very impressed with the transition of going from that stage to being literally something everyone's watching. I hear a couple things about it, you know. My organizations are talking about it. So, kudos to the ECBW. Maybe one day you'd like to accept an invitation to Outborn Wrestling. Maybe one day. We'll see. But, ECBW had their Metamorphosis event, the channel, New UWC. That's the channel. They are in New Jersey. Lots of organizations in New Jersey, I've noticed. I had no idea New Jersey was such a backyard wrestling state, but... And hey, you know, if you're all in New Jersey, just kind of get together maybe sometime. Just an idea. The main event, which was spectacular, was the UWC / Backyard Champion, 2 belts. Practically the man in the UWC strike. He wrestled the Extreme Division Champion, Ryan, I want to say it's right, Ryan Ragnarok, in a dual title match. Great stuff. Great stuff. Great. Loved it. Ryan Ragnarok was victorious in the match, lifted both belts, and then declared that he was merging them to become the ECBW Championship. 1 belt for 1 organization. Just great stuff. Great stuff. Loved it. So, check that out, ECBW. After that, oh, hallelujah! It is here. It is here like an angel from the heavens coming down to give us, I don't know. I just think it's great that 2KW is back, folks. It is back. Love that. 2KW Wrestling debuted on the 10th, filmed the 7th. Oh my God, I had a fun day that day. I sat there and I watched the whole show and I was just like, oh yes. Oh yes, good times are here again, folks, because 2KW Wrestling has arrived. 2KW is also the channel. Manhattan, New York. If you are near Manhattan, New York, do yourself a favor. Check out 2KW. Go there live. If you aren't near New York and you want to go on a trip somewhere, go see 2KW live. Alright? Wow. The main event, a 6-pack challenge for the 2KW World Heavyweight Championship. In that match, the final 2, Angel Ortiz and William Black. Angel Ortiz victorious to become the 2KW World Heavyweight Champion. Wow, great show. We also got to see Shawn Matthews wrestle, which apparently everyone forgot who the hell Shawn Matthews is. I mean, I thought he was like the god of, of where, his region, but whatever. So, great stuff from them. Jamal Jackson, always awesome on the mic. I could just sit there and listen to Jamal Jackson talk all the time. I wish he was a telemarketer, because I would buy so much from that guy. I'm just saying, I would just be on the phone like, yeah, okay, all right, put it to my card. All right, that's cool. What was that? Oh, yeah. I just love to hear that guy talk. So, there's that 2KW. Probably expect weekly reviews for 2KW, because there's no way I'm not gonna watch that. That is great stuff. All right. After that, the CBYW had Avenged episode 40 in Candlewood, channel Random Hero 1124. By the way, I love that channel name, Random Hero. That is cool. Alright, CBYW, they had their Avenged episode 40. I also want to mention that CBYW is in negotiations with Battleborn Wrestling. Lots of organizations really getting into our alliance. They want to be a part of the circuit. And like I said, I want there to be a point where we have alliances, or we have feds all over the place where someone could literally email me and go, hey, my name is blah, 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 I want to be in an alliance. And I'll be like, where do you live? And he's like, oh, I live in, New Jersey. And I'll be like, well, there's this one, there's this one, and this one. Wherever's closest to you, go there. I want it to be like that. I want there to be regional belts. I want there to be, BBW belts all over the place. But I also want there to be, the individual organizations belts as well. I'm not going to diss them, You got to be your own thing sometimes. I'm just saying. Battleborn Wrestling Alliance. We're a group. Get on it, folks. Alright. Now, after that, we have the post Fans Choice 2009 edition of BBE. BWE. BWE Adrenaline. California Kid 1 is the channel, as always. And Georgia is the place. The main event of that show, Super took on Stunt. And what apparently is like the battle of the super kicks. These two guys are completely furious that they both think they can do better super kicks than the other. So they had a glorious match that ended in I believe it was a double countout or a double knockout or something weird of that matter. This is why I have Battleborn Wrestling have time limit draws. We have time limits. 20-minute time limit for any normal match, 30-minute time limit for any championship match. That's simple. You can have a time limit draw, and the storyline can go on. So, I'm not exactly sure how these two ended up at a draw, but I assume it was, 10 count draw or something. But either way, Super and Stunt had a great match. I remember specifically California Kid said in the commentary, he said, if you don't like this match, you don't have a soul. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. That was great. Another thing I want to mention, the ACW, which is also new to me. I don't know that much about ACW, but I am definitely trying to get into it, because they got some good stuff. ACW 133. Usually they just number their events. This one, the Backyard Brawl 2009. Backyard Brawl, the winner of the Backyard Brawl, which included everyone, by the way, minus their champion. It's for, you guessed it, it's for the number one contendership of their oh man, I am talking all funky today. The winner becomes the number one contender for the ACW Championship. The channel, ACW TV. They are in Louisiana. I like this show. I'm gonna keep my eye on this show. If they keep going and the quality they are, or even more, I'd like them to join the BW. Louisiana. I don't know of any offhand. There probably is like two I can't think of. But offhand, I can't think of any organizations that are in Louisiana. So these guys might be it for Louisiana. And to be honest, nothing to be ashamed about. ACW's good. So after that, our final show of this week in review